Okay, so here you're looking at 13-year-old Nathan Breeze from Victoria in Australia and 11-year-old Jacob Wetterling from Minnesota in the USA. And these boys have a prophecy to do with weather, which is not too surprising given that Jake's surname is a weather-related name, and so is Nathan's. Wetterling means weather child. It's a German name. And Breeze, well, the connotation to weather there is pretty obvious. And I genuinely believe that Nathan and Jake are soulmates. Neither of them are on this planet, Earth, anymore. Nathan died in 2009, whereas Jake died 10 years earlier, in 1989. So they never knew each other in real life, they never knew each other in this world, they never met. But on a soul level, I sense, and I feel, and I can see they are connected. And prophecy is not a word I would use on my own, because I'm a gay guy and I'm reasonably open about it. And most religious people would not credit the gift of prophecy in someone who's gay. They might if a person was gay and was closeted and secretive and nobody knew they were gay, then you might get away with saying you had the gift of prophecy. But if you're honest and you admit to being gay and you're open about it, which I personally think is a good thing, not a bad thing, well, the vast majority of religious people would be more inclined to think, oh, you must be possessed. You know, you must have a demon. You know, Satan must be doing stuff with you. They won't sort of give credit to someone who's gay when it comes to any kind of spiritual gift. But that hasn't, it has deterred me, but it hasn't stopped me from going ahead and going public with what I think about Nathan and Jacob. So I just wanted to say that at the beginning, because to me that's quite important. And here we have the American Weather Channel website, and this article is from 27th of April 2017, which was my 41st birthday, and it's a date I've talked about quite a lot in my videos, mainly because I'm turning 41. And if you take the word, well, I did write some stuff the other day which I've shared already in a couple of videos going back a few days now, and that is my 41st birthday, 27th of April, and like I said, it was 3 PM up until, it's always 3 PM up until, it's always 3 PM when the date changes in Minnesota to become the same date as it is here where I am. And I asked the question, will there be a sign in the weather on Thursday, 27th of April 2017, which is Wednesday in America, to do with Jayton's prophecy? And Jayton is a combination of Nathan and Jacob, and it's a combination of Jesus or Josh and Satan, which is for Sunday 30th of April and Monday 1st of May. And I've also mentioned that it's my 41st birthday, and the word brat has a value of 41. So if you add up the letters in the word according to their place in the alphabet, brat equals 41, and so does good. And my birthday is 13 days after Good Friday. Jake has a value of 27, and obviously 14 plus 13 is 27. So yeah, I've already talked about why I thought my birthday there might be a sign on my birthday, and I've talked about that quite a lot in previous videos. So this article is about what happened on my birthday and what's forecast to happen over coming days. Tornado watch issued. Potent system will increase risk of severe storms, including flooding and tornadoes this weekend in the south, the plains, and the Midwest. So there's actually a fairly big area that could be coming under threat over the coming days. Severe thunderstorms will affect portions of the South Plains and Midwest into the weekend. Bit of repetition there. Large hail, damaging winds and tornadoes will be possible. Flash flooding will also be a major threat, particularly this weekend. A potent low pressure system will spark severe thunderstorms, including the risk for tornadoes, beginning Friday night and lasting through at least the weekend in parts of the Southern Plains, Mississippi Valley, South and Midwest, as an active jet stream and increasing warmth and humidity clash in classic April fashion. So yeah, this is the time of the year where you often do get major severe weather outbreaks in America. A potent low pressure system will spark... Oh, I've already read that. I better not read that again. Okay, so ahead of this next system, the cold front that brought some severe storms on Wednesday, so this is Thursday's forecast, will slide east, bringing a few strong to isolated severe thunderstorms from the southeast to the Great Lakes into early Thursday evening. This threat will begin to wind down during the mid to late evening hours. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has issued a tornado watch up until 10 p.m. for portions of middle Georgia. The watch area includes Macon and Augusta. So this is a map showing the warning area that was included in the tornado warning on Thursday, 27th of April. And there you can see the town that was mentioned there, Macon. And of course, Thursday is coming to an end. There's only a few hours left, a couple of hours left on Thursday now, or about 2.5 if you're in Minnesota. So what actually happened? Well, severe storms hit parts of southern Alabama and Georgia on Thursday. There were multiple reports of damage from a possible tornado in Pike County, Alabama, late Thursday morning, including downed power lines and trees downed onto homes. Early Thursday afternoon, another possible tornado was reported just north of Junction City in Talbot County, Georgia, where structural damage was left behind and one woman was treated for minor injuries after getting trapped in a home near Baldwinville, Georgia. So here's a photo of some damage that was caused by that storm. This was described as tornado damage, and this was in Junction City, Georgia. So you can see the damage that was done to that house, that building. Never mind that noise, it's just something in my roof. So, right behind the midweek disturbance, another robust weather system will fire off more severe weather in the Southern Plains later Friday, which will then slowly shift further east this weekend. So, there's a couple of maps here just showing the areas that are likely to be affected. That's Friday and Friday night, and this is for thunderstorms and severe thunderstorms. And then Saturday, so that's Friday the 28th, which is today where I am, Friday 28th of April, Saturday the 29th of April, and the severe thunderstorm map begins to look like a big raindrop in a way. And Sunday the 30th of April 2017, which is the date that I've been flagging in my videos for quite a while. And then the rainfall forecast through Monday, and you're talking quite large amounts of rain. That orange shading there shows 5 to 8 inches, and that includes the city of St. Louis. And St. Louis is a city that features in the story The Dark Tower by Stephen King. It's the destination city of Blaine the Mono. And Blaine the Mono is a psycho train. So, I could go through storm reports from earlier in the week, but I've already done that in another video. There's just some photos of hail, comparing hailstones to golf balls, and a couple there that are even larger. And that was in Cedar Hill, Texas, and that was on Thursday morning. So Thursday, 27th of April. The date of Jacob and Nathan's sign. So we might just watch the video that goes with this, or at least try to. One can only try. So, will it play? Will it play?
On Thursday, and we knew there was going to be severe weather. Didn't quite expect it to be such an active tornado day, but a total of 6 reports. I think 4 of those reports are going to end up being just one.
I might just start it again because I think I can bump the volume up a bit. I will just give you some advice too, and that is, do not buy a Lenovo Yoga 300 laptop. They're quite awful. I mean, I've worked out how to use this one to some degree, but it's really not a good machine at all. Okay, let's try play this video.
A couple of confirmed tornadoes on Thursday, and we knew there was going to be severe weather. Didn't quite expect it to be such an active tornado day, but a total of 6 reports. I think 4 of those reports are going to end up being just one long track tornado, so we'll probably end up being 3 tornadoes. Weather Service will definitely have some work to do on Friday, but seeing some pictures and video from Alabama there, some of the damage, some of the views of the tornado as well, just to give you an idea of where some of these tornado reports were. And by the way, we did have several reports of some wind damage and even a little bit of hail with these storms. So look at that, 4 reports right there, probably from the same cell. So we'll keep you updated on how that pans out. But I want to go to the more important thing at this point, which is the forecast over the next couple of days. Way more severe weather on the way. Not only severe weather, but flooding too. And I want to highlight one area for flooding. You really got to be careful here this weekend, guys. I'm telling you, if you live in northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, eastern Oklahoma, you guys got a ton of rain over the last week, and there's so much rain that's going to fall in these areas over the weekend. Just don't drive in flooded roadways. You've also got a lot of hail and wind and even a few tornadoes possible in that entire red area. And I think a lot of these storms will wait until at least pretty close to sundown, if not after sundown on Friday, so a lot of the day will stay dry. Don't get lulled into a false sense of security. Saturday, it's a slow-moving storm system, more heavy rain for those spots, more of the severe weather. Tornadoes will be possible each day. There's so much to talk about. Just make sure to stay tuned, and we'll get you updated each day. So we had a couple of confirmed tornadoes on Thursday.
Yeah, so that's that. But it wasn't the only thing that happened on Thursday, on my birthday. And I actually mentioned in my video on Anzac Day that I thought maybe, just maybe, a tropical cyclone might form in Australia. Well, guess what? It did. And this is fairly late season for a tropical cyclone, because Australia's tropical cyclone season ends on April 30. But there you have one, and that is Tropical Cyclone Francis. I will bring up the... Actually, I'll show you something else that's pretty cool. Well, for starters, I thought this cloud band here a few hours ago, so if I just bring it back a bit, Probably about there, or maybe back a bit more. I think it was around there. It really at one point took on what I thought looked like a feather. And of course Jake is a boy who I link to eagles. And yeah, I just thought this had a real feather look to it. I don't think that's quite the image. Clouds often form J shapes because the low pressure systems in Australia spiral clockwise. So you often get J shapes in the clouds. That's not too unusual. But you don't often get a perfect letter J like that. That is like a capital J done to perfection, incorporating the South Island of New Zealand, and even over a few frames it just is amazing. An amazingly cool J. But that one there from 27th of April is especially cool. And if I just get back to the main page, click on the tropical cyclone, there she is, Tropical Cyclone Frances. And it's interesting because my name would have been Frances had I been a girl. That was the name that my mum had in mind if she had a baby girl. And there we have her, Frances. She was named at 10 PM on 27th of April. That's when she became a Category 1 tropical cyclone on my birthday. And she's now a 2, and she's projected to be a Category 3 by later today. So for a system that wasn't seriously thought to be likely to become a cyclone, she's done alright. And for that to form on my birthday, and for there to be tornadoes in the United States, which also were not terribly expected on Thursday, well, I think that's pretty impressive, and I have to take my hat off to the boys. Jake and Nathan have really come through with the goods. And yeah, I guess it remains to be seen what happens on the 30th and April 30 and 1st of May. But looking at the forecast, I think Americans should certainly be on alert